As far back as I can remember, I loved drawing and I loved looking at pictures. I find them really magical. I don't think there was ever a moment where I thought, that's what I want to be. I want to be a painter. I was pretty sure that that's what I wanted to do. I went to a great little art school called Leith School of Art here in Edinburgh, and I did a foundation year there, and then I went on to Edinburgh College of Art and studied illustration there in the end. I've always been interested in painting more than maybe illustration, but I think the illustration aspect gives me a sort of interest in narrative. I'm really interested in narrative in painting, but also maybe a bit more discipline and structure in how I go about sort of planning or creating my paintings. When I plan a painting, I tend to be quite meticulous with it these days. It usually starts out with a thumbnail sketch or a sort of page of thumbnail sketches where I have a bit of a vision in my mind and I'm kind of trying to plan out the composition of it, and maybe I will have already a model in mind, and then sometimes I'll go and photograph them on a location if it's outdoors. Usually I'll end up having the model come into my studio and work from them there. If I'm doing a commissioned portrait, if it's somebody I don't know, I will have them come to my studio and sit for me, and over the process of painting them and doing sketches, I'll try to get to know them and to really sort of put a bit of their character down on the canvas. When I'm doing my own work, I usually have my girlfriend or friends of ours to come and sit for me. And sometimes when I'm doing a picture or a portrait like that, sometimes it's less about them as a person and more just, I feel like I'm using them as a sort of character in a scene, if you like. You know, maybe I'm a film director and I see them as an actor and I want them to play a certain role for this image that I have in mind. Often when I watch a film and I sort of freeze frame a still from it in my mind and I think, okay, that's such an atmospheric image. It feels like this character is at a sort of crossroads or some sort of important part in their life or their story, and I think that can be a great thing to try and put into a painting, a sort of, you don't quite know what it is, but it's a sense of something's happening or has happened, and maybe that makes the viewer engage with it more. I won the Young Artist Award in 2013. That was spectacular. It was a really life-changing thing to happen. It's really helped me in my career. I think the prize is so prestigious, so many people know about it. Yeah, it's just great to have that sort of respect and feel like people appreciate my work, and it's really raised my game and made me want to get further with my career.